Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspired and Empowered Living TV show and podcast. We are live Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern on Talk4TV, W4WN.com, and my YouTube channel. And today we will be talking about unlocking your manifesting power. How emotions can supercharge your life and supercharge your success. Are you ready to live an inspired and empowered life? If you're feeling stuck or unsure how to reach your goals, it's not just about what you want, it's about how you feel about it. Discover the surprising secret to manifesting your dreams, your emotions. Join us live. And today we will talk about how to have a powerful exploration of how your emotions can either propel you forward or hold you back. We'll reveal practical tips to overcome emotional barriers and unleash your true manifesting potential. Together, let's create a life you love. I'm your host, Nanci Deutsch, licensed clinical social worker, certified hypnotherapist, and intuitive breakthrough expert. I combine my counseling, coaching, and intuitive abilities to transform your life. This show is not a replacement for therapy or counseling. It is for educational purposes only. So as we get rolling, I just want to give a shout out to all those that are in the chat. And we have JM. Welcome, JM. Glad to see you here. And thank you for your messages. And we have Country Corners Gazette. Hey there. Hey there to you too. And we have Allie in the house. Good morning to you too. So, like to welcome you all. So glad you're here. And before we jump into more about your emotions, I want to make sure that I answer the question that came in at the end of last week's show. And I'm hoping she's here. And if she's not, then I'm hoping that she gets a chance to hear it and see it. So, Anastasia, I believe this question was from you. How do you know the blockers, or what are the blockers? So let me just give a review first before I actually answer the question. So first, let's start out with the three minds. And I talk about these three minds. This is my Psych 101 lesson. And it's important to understand these so that you can understand how your emotions create your reality and how your emotions can either hinder or move you forward towards manifesting the dreams, your visions, what you want in your life. So you have your conscious mind, and your conscious mind, thank you, conscious mind of yours, for saying, yes, I want to be here and really want to acknowledge you and your conscious mind. So thank you for joining us, whether you're listening or viewing live or at a later time. And your conscious mind is so crucial because it's what makes us different from the animal kingdom, because your conscious mind empowers you to make those conscious decisions. So, congratulations. And I see Anastasia is there. Good. I'm glad you're here so that you know I'm answering your question. I am listening. Cool. And then you have your subconscious mind or your unconscious mind. I use them interchangeably. And basically, what that part of us, that mind of ours, has recorded every moment from the moment that we were conceived to present time, all the limiting beliefs, all the emotions, and all the positives and the negatives. And so your job is to be able to really uncover those energies and beliefs so that you can then do the things you need to do to work on letting them go, to transform. So you're moving towards your dreams and manifesting your desires. And I see that we have Misty in the house too. I am tuned in as well. Welcome. Glad you're here and so happy that you're joining us today. So your subconscious mind also includes past lives and it includes ancestral energies. So all of those are in your subconscious mind. And then you have the superconscious mind, which I call your higher self, this wise, unconditionally loving part of you and your soul. And also includes your angels and your guides. It's the universe, the light, all of it, God, whatever you choose to call it, higher power. And it is this energy, that super conscious mind, that you want to tune into to really supercharge your energy and emotions. And the emotions of that mind and of your soul are peace, love, joy, and gratitude, to sum it up. And it's with these emotions, when you're in that energy, especially gratitude, it propels that manifestation ability. However, in your subconscious mind are the blockers that Anastasia that was asking about last week. So I'm going to go a little bit more into that so that you all understand it, because it's really important to understand what keeps you from being able to really manifest your desires. And the blocks show up. And now, often, I will tell you that the blocks are coming from that unconscious, subconscious mind. It's those limiting beliefs and emotions that keep you from the manifestation. So I want all of you to imagine a target and the bullseye. And the bullseye is the goal. Whatever the dream, the goal, the desire that you want to manifest. And your conscious mind is the one that helps you make those decisions to move towards the goal. And what I do is I have you imagine, like you can imagine you're focused on the target. You want, whether you're doing darts or archery, and you're focused on the target. However, your subconscious mind, with those limiting beliefs and emotions, go off, veer off to the left, and your focus, your conscious mind may be focusing on what you want and desire, but your subconscious mind has other plans. It's not on board yet. So you have the thing where it's like you have the they're at odds. They're not aligned. And your job is to uncover those unconscious beliefs and emotions so that you can move towards the target, your desired manifestation, and come into alignment. And guess what? No matter how much your conscious mind wants to create that intention, because I've also called it an intention, if you don't clear the energy from the subconscious, unconscious mind, it won't happen. In fact, the subconscious, unconscious mind always wins. I remember many, many, many years ago, my therapist said, the subconscious mind always wins. So when you have okay, so let's talk about those blocks. The blocks, let's say you have that goal and you know you want to go for it. So you can, maybe it's a goal around finances. Maybe it's a goal around health. Maybe it's a goal around relationships. And you are really like, this is it. I want this. I'm going for it. And you make the plans, and then the next day you don't do it. Like, let's say you want to lose weight. And I have had so many clients come to me and say, I want to lose weight. I don't understand. I know what I need to do, but I'm not doing it. That's a block. And instead of beating yourself up, what I say to my clients, instead of beating yourself up. So, like, for example, I'll give you the example of Jamie. So Jamie came to me and she wanted to lose weight. She was really like intent on losing weight. And she knew she wanted to lose that weight, but she came to me and she said, I know what I need to do, but I'm not doing it. And then I beat myself up and then I eat more, because then she started eating at getting upset of herself that she wasn't losing the weight. And she was in that vicious circle. And what we did, so obviously there were subconscious beliefs and emotions that were keeping her in the cycle so that she wasn't able to lose the weight. So we start, like, I do work like hypnosis or body-centered work, somatic work, to help Jamie to uncover those subconscious beliefs. And what Jamie discovered was there was a part of her that did not believe that it felt safe to lose the weight. So she would keep sabotaging herself because she didn't feel safe. She had trauma from her past that kept her stuck and didn't feel safe enough to let the weight go because that was her protection. And I find that very common with people. So it could be not losing weight. It could be not moving towards your goals, because here's the thing. One of the biggest blocks is feeling not safe. Not safe. Like, if you move into unfamiliar territory, then what's the uncertainty of what's next? What would life be like if you really lost that weight, or if you really felt healthy and vibrant and alive. What would life look like if you had that financial freedom? What would life look like or feel like if you had that relationship, whether you're the partner you're with or another partner, of that loving, amazing relationship? And here's the thing. Your soul, that super conscious part of you, your soul, that core energy essence, gives you the vision of what you desire, and your task is to uncover the blocks that keep you from that desire. And it takes work. It's a journey, it's not a destination. We're on the journey. Remember, every step of the journey is a step towards healing what you need to in order to have the success in any area that you choose. And again, your conscious mind makes those choices. It makes the choices. Yes, I am going to work on myself. Yes, I'm going to clear those limiting beliefs and emotions. Yes, I'm going to uncover them. Now, another way that you can discover the blocks is through the body. So very often, so for example, like with Jamie, what I did with Jamie is we actually went to, we did some hypnosis, and I had Jamie go back to when she felt unsafe. And she was a little girl. And what happened was she was being abused. And I see your question, Miss Misty, and I'll get to it. And she was being abused physically and sexually. And so what happened was we started working on healing and healing that past trauma and healing, helping her to feel safe in her body, so that she can then feel safe enough to lose the weight. And that's how the journey, and still in process, and that's how the journey unfolds. It's learning how to heal those trauma or limiting beliefs or emotions that are the cause of what keeps you stuck and not able to move forward. And she found the block. She had a feeling in her stomach, and it was fear, a lot of fear. And that's what happens in your stomach. How many of you get fear in your stomach? Very often fear shows up in your stomach, and it could be fear of moving forward, fear of, not feeling safe, fear of afraid to really have what you want. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve it. A lot of times when you don't feel like you deserve it, it could show up in your heart. That's where a block would show up. So very often it could show up in your heart. It could show up in your throat. Like if you start feeling like your throat is closing down, or a heaviness in your heart. And I'm talking about a sensation. Obviously, if something really physical is happening, you need to take care of yourself and get yourself to a doctor. But just want to use that little disclaimer to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do to seek the medical attention you need. But your body can give you clues to where the blocks are in what's going on. So I know that we had some questions coming in, Misty, but does it make the right choices for us? Okay, so I'm not sure what it is, but I am thinking it, and Misty, if I'm wrong about what I think your it means, is, I think you mean that it is the superconscious mind or your soul. Okay. So ideally, yes. Okay. So I got it right. Good. Thank you. Your superconscious mind, your soul, is guiding you towards your highest and greatest good. So the right choices for you, if you choose, again, we have free will. And what that means is that we can choose to move towards what we're being guided, your intuition, or not. And you can choose not to follow the guidance. And it is your choice because you have free will. But ultimately, when you're following the path of your soul, when you're following your destiny, it is for your highest and greatest good. So is it right? I believe, okay, and you can take this or leave this, I believe it is right because it's your highest, and you always want to ask, is this the path for my highest and greatest good? Now, again, you have choice whether you choose to follow that path or not. And I'm going to tell you, it's not always an easy path. It doesn't always mean, and it doesn't always look like you think it's going to look. Okay. So and I'll share what's happening for me. I have always had this vision of what I'm here to do, where I'm here to go. And it hasn't been easy. It's been a lot of work. And sometimes it's challenging because I have to face my fears. I have to face my shadows, those places I may not want to look at as a leader, as a teacher, as a healer. And in order to be the best teacher, leader, healer I can, I need to look at that stuff and deal with it. And yet, and it hasn't looked like I thought it was going to look, but I knew, and I know that as I keep following my intuition, as I keep following the path that I am being guided, I am feeling more and more freedom and fulfillment. Because I know, even though it hasn't been easy, I know that I am being guided by my soul. I'm being guided by because I really believe our souls come in here. We come in here knowing our destiny, our life purpose. And it's following that life purpose to lead us where we're meant to go. It's following your intuition that guides you towards your destiny. And when you're working on manifesting and you want to manifest those dreams and your heart's desires, it's important to follow your intuition every step of the way. And it's essential to do the clearing work in order to move you forward on the path towards your destiny. So the blocks show up, they can be in your body. I have people that I've worked with that go into your head and use spinners. I use spinners and I know what that's like because I've been there. I can't even tell you how many times I get caught in my head. And then what do? I work on grounding and breathing. So it's really important to become aware of the blocks because in order to move you forward, you've got to uncover the blocks and then to work on them. Okay. So very important. So I know a few more questions came in and I'm going to get to them. Before I do, I want to share with you. Speaking of freedom and fulfillment, I am doing a masterclass tonight. It's a free virtual masterclass for women who want to have more freedom and fulfillment. 3 steps to build your soul aligned business. And during this masterclass today, we will work on discovering your soul's calling. Today, we're going to do a meditation. You're going to get deeper into understanding what your soul is calling you to do. Learn how to break free from those limiting beliefs that keep you from feeling confident tomorrow. And then day 3, Thursday, we're going to get into action and start writing an action plan. And you'll also get some marketing tips. Now, if you want to grow a business, start a business, if you have a business and you want to take it to the next levels, then you want to join us tonight for the masterclass. Rebel, please put in the chat. And the link is inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass. So inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass. And it's the name of the show /masterclass. And during this class, and I have watched transformation happen during the free virtual masterclass. So I hope you'll join us, and I'd love to see you there. So, all right, back to the questions. So I know, okay, so Country Corners Gazette. Do we ever put up blocks that are to stop us from doing things? Blocks we should not move. Okay, so that's an interesting question. And so let's see how I can answer that in a way. So here's the thing. There are times that we think we need to move forward more quickly. Like our ego says, we got to have it done. We got to do it now. We got to. And your soul, there are obstacles in the path. And they appear as setbacks, like maybe there's a health issue, or maybe there's something going on with a loved one and you have to become a caretaker. Or maybe maybe you end up having to get a job or a part-time job when you wanted to totally do your business. And what I want to say is this, that there are times that appear as setbacks or delays. And they're actually the learning opportunities you need to get to the next steps. And if you didn't have those steps, there would be pieces of the puzzle missing. So there's a divine timing to everything. A divine timing. And the timing is all about knowing that you got to keep moving, keep clearing your stuff. And then it's about surrendering the outcome. Surrendering the outcome and knowing that you are moving towards your dreams. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to be vulnerable and share with you. So for a long time, like I said, I have big visions, okay? And I'm not going to be specific, but know that doing this TV show and podcast is part of those visions. And growing it and being more out there, more well-known, part of the visions. And for a long time, I didn't feel safe. And it wasn't happening. And I would want to grow big. And this is also with my business. I wanted to grow my business. And things were small. And then what ended up happening was I was in a legal suit, and it brought up a lot of the old trauma. And I had to heal that trauma. I had to work through what I needed to work through in order for me to allow myself to get to another place where I was ready to grow bigger and to go to the next levels. And I will share with you that I continue to clear my trauma, my limiting beliefs, my fears, my emotions. Well, fear is one of the emotions, and work through those fears. I know what it's like to not feel safe because I've been there. I had a lot of trauma. And now I just keep moving through and keep working on the fears and keep helping myself feel safer and safer to keep on going. And I'm sharing this story with you because I really want you to know that I believe in all of you that are either viewing this show or listening to the show. You all have dreams that you are being guided to move towards. And I want you to know your soul would not have given you those dreams if you weren't meant to take the actions. Now, there is a divine timing, and your job is to keep working on clearing the energies that keep you from moving through and being able to handle the success that you desire. That's part of the journey. And I'll tell you, the journey of moving towards your destiny, the journey, and it's a journey, total journey. And I don't believe it's any destination because we're always traveling on the journey because we're infinite beings. And we have this lifetime and certain aspects of the adventure that we're here to accomplish during this lifetime. I'm getting kind of spiritual on you, but I feel like I can share that with you. And it is an adventure, but you know how like every hero or heroine has to overcome the obstacles? Your obstacles are the biggest obstacles that you have are those limiting beliefs and emotions that keep you feeling stuck in fear or feeling weighed down by shame or guilt or feeling frustrated. So all those energies need to be worked through. It's part of the journey, part of the journey. So I know there are more questions that came in. So hopefully that answered your question, Country Corners Gazette. And if you have any other aspects of the question or more information you'd like, let me know. Okay. Anastasia. Why don't we remember the things we were assigned before coming here? Why do we get on so many paths? Okay. So some of us, okay, now it depends on you as a soul, okay? And again, this is part of what was planned before you came in. So for some of us, some of you, I'll put it in you, some of you remember, like from a young age, I remembered, and it didn't, and as I got older, more pieces of the puzzle came together. I started reading all kinds of spiritual stuff at age 10. And I also want to tell you part of that reason was the tremendous trauma that I had. I needed something, I needed to know there was more to this life than the pain and the suffering. And I knew, and I also know that if I didn't follow my spiritual path, and when I say spiritual, I don't mean religious, because I am spiritual. And I believe in the light and positive things and angels and guides. And if I didn't have my spiritual path, I don't know if I'd be here. I mean, like, I just really feel it's so important. And so some of you may remember, and some of you may not. What we remember is part of what the journey is. So those of you who do not remember your mission or your purpose, and also I want you to know that it unfolds too. The more you clear your energies, the more you connect with your higher self, that wise, unconditionally loving part of you, and the more you connect with your soul, it becomes clearer and clearer. So it's still a journey, even if you have a vision. I didn't know how I was going to get there. And if you don't remember, your journey is to uncover and remember. It's to get the clues. That was part of what your soul wanted to accomplish in this lifetime. So if you don't remember, know that it's there. It's there in your heart, because your soul is speaking through your heart. And it's there for you to remember. And it's there. And you may get glimpses or pieces. You may hear certain words or certain things resonate with you. Those are all clues. Those are clues in order to keep moving forward. They're pieces of your puzzle. And I also want you all to know that your puzzle pieces are really crucial, because we are a whole. And we make one big puzzle piece together. And every one of you counts, because your piece matters. And I don't mean PEAC, I mean PIECE. Your piece matters. And even if you don't know or you're not clear, your journey is to uncover and get more and more clarity. And you do that by clearing the blocks and going deeper to discovering the clues your soul is leaving you and the universe is leaving for you. And you get signs and messages. So, and I think there was another, okay, we did answer that question. I was looking at a question and I wasn't sure we answered it, but we did. Okay. All right. So let's see if there's any other questions that came in. Yes, we have more questions. What time is the class? Oh, the time of the class is 7:30 p.m. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So it's in the evening, and I hope you'll join us. I'd love to have you there. So any of you that want to come join us, you women, and sorry, men, but I will do other things. But I just want you to know that my commitment is to really making a difference in everybody's life, especially women. I'm being called. That's part of my calling. And you know what? I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that my specific market of people that I was meant to help were first women. And here's the thing. My heart wants to make a difference with everybody. And I want you men to know, any men that are listening, I do care, and you are important. And right now, in this moment, you can come on the show and share, and I'd love to have you. And the women that I'm meant to serve are meant to come with me on a different journey. So, okay, so just wanted to make that clear. Okay, so Misty asks, how can we follow the visions, and how do we know which ones to follow? So when you have the vision, and here's the thing, sometimes you may not know that, okay, this is moving me towards my vision. Remember, I said that sometimes the delays or the setbacks, like, for example, I'm just going to share this. I'm going to be really blunt. I never knew how long it would take me to get where I am. But I also realized that I had tremendous trauma that I had to clear. Now, what I'm doing now is taking the lessons, the information, the journey from my journey so that I can make it easier for you to share my wisdom and my knowledge. And I also believe that I had to go through those experiences in order for me to be able to share even more with you. And that's why those delays and those setbacks may seem really annoying and frustrating, but they're important. They're important parts of what needs to happen in order for you to keep moving forward. And I realized that I had this vision of being out there, being successful, being well known, blah, 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 blah. And I wasn't ready. But I didn't know that. My ego wanted it, but my soul knew. The universe knew. And so I've had health issues. I've had financial issues. I've had lots of blocks and stones in my journey. Okay, so I know what it's like. And I'm sharing this because I want you to know that it's keep following the vision step by step. And if you're not sure, it's uncovering. Like sometimes you may not want to take an action until you're clearer. And you can ask the universe, is this the action I need to take? Sometimes I do not act on a decision or an opportunity until I'm clear from my intuition. This is the next step. So I just really want to support you to listen to your intuition. And what I also want you to know is I know we have more questions that came in. And what I'm going to be doing is we are going to continue this next week. I love the questions. Keep them coming. And I really want to support all of you to keep showing up for yourself. And we will continue to answer all of your questions next week. And we'll do part 3 of this topic. So important. Such an important topic. So I want to remind you, anybody who's ready for more freedom and fulfillment, 3 steps to grow your soul-aligned business. Rebel, just put it in. It's inspired and empowered living.com/masterclass. So join us. And we'll continue where we were. I'll get to all the questions that I didn't get to today. I'll get to next week, next Tuesday. And I want to wish you all, I want you to know I'm so grateful to all of you who are coming live and letting me know that you're there, because you matter to me. And it makes a difference in my life when I know that I am serving you. And so thank you for being here. And I want to wish you all an inspired and empowered day and an inspired and empowered week. Have a great one, everybody. Bye for now.